just see. And as I stated before, my sister had my niece, excuse me, had my niece in this thing called infants and toddler program. Now, also, that was another thing that one of my friends that I went to school with as well told me that she also put her son through as well. So I'm like, okay, let me just try this out. Infants and toddler program is something that if you have an inkling that your child may have some developmental delay, they help with things such as speech therapy and different therapies to kind of help them get to where they need to be. Your child can be in this program from infancy until 3 years old. They can still be in there after 3, but you can opt out at 3 and let them, put them in a school, which is an early learning center. And I'll talk more about that later on, because that's part of, her journey as well. So she was with the infants and toddler program, and the speech therapist came out once a week or once every 2 weeks. I can't remember when. They would come out, they would have this box of stuff that they would work with the kids with to kind of get their speech together. Teaching us that, if she points, she has to say it, or you say what it is. So for an example, this says water bottle. This is water. Most kids that have autism may point or they may not point. It just depends. Journey wasn't, but I would hold her stuff like this and say, you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Until she picked, what she wanted. And she was like, don't do that. Say it. You could still pick it up and say, this is water. You want water, Journey? Or do you want this? I wouldn't give her this. But you know what I'm saying. Y'all get the gist of what, the speech therapist help with. And help with, like, saying words out to her. I remember like her doing something like with her mouth to kind of get her mouth to move. And, they teach a lot of different stuff. So we were working closely with them. And, they would put good notes in there and saying that, she was doing well. And I did notice that, she still wasn't really talking. And I'm like, I personally thought that it was something more. And I'm like, I know autism. I started doing my own research. I'm a kind of person that if my shoulder starts hurting, I'm going to look it up and it's going to probably scare the hell out of me because I'm going to think it's something real bad. That's the kind of person I am. So I'm looking at her, paying attention to her, observing her. I'm like lining water bottles up.